Hey everyone, I'm Susan Cannon-Wisher, Financial Aid Director at CCAD. So far in our videos, we've covered a few important things. First and foremost, as you've heard, filing your FAFSA is the most important first step. That's right, we are already looking forward to the 21-22 school year. I certainly hope we are all back on campus and you can walk on in our office and we can talk through this face to face. But in the meanwhile, it's not too soon to start planning ahead. So file your FAFSA at studentaid.gov. That's where you start it all, studentaid.gov. Log in with your FSA ID and password. You would have set that up before when you filed your FAFSA, and then go ahead and get everything submitted. In another video, we talked about frequent errors, things that sometimes trip people up on the FAFSA. Please review that because that's hopefully helpful information to help guide you through some of the trickier parts of the FAFSA. I know it's not a fun form, and there are some things that seem confusing and maybe a little bit overwhelming. And so that video is designed to help kind of break down some of those challenging sections. The other video that we did was about verification and taxes and some of the steps involving your taxes and why that matters when we put your financial aid together. So today I want to talk to you about other important pieces, parts of the process, as well as other details that are very important to know. So at this point, let's pretend you did file your FAFSA. Many of you already have. I've seen some of those files come in. So many of you have filed your FAFSA, which is fantastic. If you are selected for the verification process, make sure you turn everything in as requested. Once everything is completed, we will put together your financial aid offer. You will get an email notification that your offer has been put together and is visible in self-service. We're not going to send you any mail at home. We're really trying to cut back on the paper that we send. So we will send you an email telling you that everything is available for you to view in self-service. That will put all of your financial aid together in one document. It's going to list your scholarship, your grants, any loans that you're eligible to borrow. It's going to put it all together in one document. Then we will also include instructions on next steps. You might remember from the current year, 2021, that we started this thing called a finance plan. That's a really important document. It had a different name before that, so this isn't a brand new process, but it's now called the finance plan. And what we do with that finance plan is help you determine your approximate costs for the school year. So we're going to help you try to determine what you'll owe for 21-22. Then we help you figure out all that financial aid that you'll be receiving, which will be available to you on that offer letter, and then come up with the difference, the amount that you will likely owe for the 21-22 school year. We don't give you this number to scare you. That's not the point. But at CCAD, we believe really strongly in making sure we have these conversations early about cost. We don't like financial surprises, and we don't think you do either, unless we're giving you lots of money. But when it comes to owing money and having to pay for college, we know those are tricky topics, and we don't want to hide. We can't pretend that college doesn't cost money. So we have this worksheet that allows you to work through all of the numbers. It talks about tuition and fees and room and board if you're living on campus. It talks about parking and your financial aid. It says how much do you want to borrow of the loans that are available to you. And once we work through all of that and we start to predict what 21-22 will cost you as a family, then we lay out several of your options. We don't have all of the options. We don't know what's going on in your own household, but we will lay out some options that are available to help pay that balance. Some of those options include a payment plan. You can pay that balance over a series of monthly payments. You could also have your parents request a parent loan to cover the balance, or maybe a private loan that you borrow in your name. Maybe your family is prepared to pay cash or some other form of payment, and they're just going to take care of each semester as it is billed. Maybe your family has veterans benefits available to you. So we walk through all these different options, and you get to tell us how your family expects to pay for college. As part of this form, you will tell us if you or your parent want to borrow any federal loans, and we'll guide you through that process. That takes a couple other steps. When you borrow money, there are other steps involved, and we want you to know that. So we don't hide those steps, and we'll present those to you in the form. But this finance plan, this form, and you laying out your plan to pay for 21-22, this is the piece that's required before you can register for your fall classes. Again, I know spring registration is happening right now, and so it feels like a really long ways away that we'll be talking about fall registration, but truly it'll be here before you know it. And there's these steps that have to be done and in place before we'll let you register for fall semester. So really pay attention. Follow through on anything we ask you to submit to us. Ask us if you have any questions, and make sure you get it submitted. This will be due approximately by February, but once you get your FAFSA in, we'll help guide you through all of these other steps. Why not get it done and taken care of completely before even winter break? Then you don't have to worry about it in the spring semester at all. We're going to get you so far ahead of the game, there won't be any reason to have any stress. So, file your FAFSA, return any tax or verification documents that we request. Wait for that email from us that says go to self-service and look up your offer letter. Once you've reviewed that offer letter, follow the next steps, which includes your finance plan and telling us if you're using any student loans to cover your balance for next year. So it's not terribly complicated if you take it one step at a time. But always make sure you're checking your email and responding quickly to any requests we put out there. As you've heard from me before, if you have any questions, please reach out to us at financialaid@ccad.edu. Even though we're not at a point where we can sit down face to face and help guide you through all of these, we are still here and ready to go. Robin and Lakeisha and I are excited to work with you and help take any stress out of this process. We want you to be able to focus only on your classes, but you got to help us by taking care of things once we notify you. So we look forward to seeing your work and your fabulous creations, and we can't wait to get you through the financial aid process so it is off your to-do list. Let us know how we can help, but keep checking your emails and we will be in touch as soon as we can move forward with everything else. Have a great day.